All right, how's it going, Jacob?
Good, good, very good, very good. How about you?
Not too bad. Thanks for jumping on the call. Appreciate your time. I know you're a busy guy with your stores that you're running and stuff now, but appreciate you taking a few minutes out of your day to kind of share some of the successes and some of the results that you've had in working with our team over the past little while. So just kind of get some people acquainted with who you are and how you got started and everything. Could you maybe share your age and kind of what got you into ecom in the first place?
Yeah, so I'm 16. I got into ecom when I was 15. Um, Actually, I got this course as like a birthday thing. What got me into ecom is just like around a year ago, I was just like scrolling on social media like every other kid does nowadays. Um, and I was seeing like these videos about like these like young people, even 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds, 20-year-olds, like flexing these like cars, this like crazy lifestyle. And I was like, yo, these guys aren't smarter than me. They're not like anything special. They just did it. They just had the courage and the will to do it. So I was like, whatever, what's the worst thing that could happen? I'll lose a couple dollars, whatever. So yeah, started. Um, I got to see a little bit of Nathan's content. I was like, all right, seems like a nice guy. We'll get course and do you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. I think the Wi-Fi cut out for a second there, but we're still good.
All right.
All right, so
Wait, do you get the whole clip? Do you get the
I
whole
think
thing?
we caught most of it. So I'm gonna jump to the next question now. Um, so obviously, since you came in and you started working with us, you started testing a couple different products, a couple different stores, and lately you've been able to find some success. Why don't you tell, for those watching, what kind of numbers you've been able to hit over the past couple of weeks, type of results you've been able to see, and just kind of where you're at with your brand and what you're thinking of doing moving forward in the coming weeks, coming months, working with us, obviously, as a team, and where you can go from here.
All right. So first of all, I just want to say that the coaches inside the program are absolutely amazing. So anyone who enjoys the program, it's just gonna. I mean, it's scary to put down like I don't know the amount of money that it costs to just like you know just put it down. Even though you're 16 or 15, it hurts, but you'll get the return as long as you stay in the game long enough. Me specifically, I've been running the store I'm running now for since July 6th. I've done around we're almost crossing the 40K mark.
That's
Last
awesome.
week, last week was the biggest week. I did 11K in a week.
That's crazy.
Um,
So in a little over a month,
on
essentially, you've been able to already smash through $10,000 in a week. That's wild. That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's possible. Like you gotta see it happen to like actually believe that it's possible because I don't know. I remember the first it took me many stores to get to this. I've tested around like 12, 15 products in the past. I remember the first product that I not the first product, but like it was like the seventh product that I tested. I got like like two sales. It was hype. It was crazy.
Yeah,
Like the first two sales you get, you're like, yo, I actually convinced some dude in the US to pull out his credit card and pay me. So that's pretty crazy feeling. Like when you get the first sales, you'll motivation to just like keep going. And and keep making stores and keep, running the ads, losing money. At the end of the day, you'll get the return on investment you're looking for. But yeah,
Awesome.
TikTok ads, Facebook ads, you gotta choose. Or
Sweet.
or just run both. It's a good idea.
Yeah. And I guess if you could give like, somebody out there who's completely new to the space, maybe they're young, maybe they don't have much experience, much money to their name, your number one piece of advice that you've kind of learned along your journey and being able to hit the numbers that you've hit and the early successes that you've already had, what would that kind of biggest piece of advice or key takeaway that you could share with somebody, just a little bit younger than you or just a little bit earlier on in their journey?
All right, so the number thing is obviously going to be, it's over. Everyone says it, but it's don't give up. Like, especially drop shipping. If you choose drop shipping as the business model you want to go into, when you want to make money online, you're going to run into tons of problems. Suspended ad accounts, cash flow, you name it. Every problem there is, drop shipping has it. You got to be able to push through and persevere, even though you have like all these problems. And also, especially being a young, under 18, underage, things can get pretty annoying because at the end of the day, you're not, you're still counting on someone, your parents, or whoever. So things can get annoying. Also, another thing I would say that, I don't know, whatever. Another thing is, don't overthink things. Like, you don't, first start consuming content on YouTube. On YouTube, there's so much content. There's so many things available. Consume Nathan's content. There's so many other people also, consume everything. You'll get the basics down. Once you get the basics down, then you run a few stores, then you run into some issues. Then maybe, consider joining a community or like-minded people that will help you get to the next level. But in general, just don't overthink things. People are like, oh, this guy's charging me $500 for his course. I don't know. I worked hard for these $500. Like, dude, just do it. Like, worst comes to
Yeah.
worst, you lost $500, whatever, for an experience.
Yeah, I love it, bro. That's literally the formula right there. Maybe some people it'll resonate more hearing it from you because I talk about that a lot, how you go through those steps of first just starting consuming as much free content as you can. We have a free program as well. We give out lots of value on YouTube, as you know, and then from there, obviously people can kind of uh get the swing of things, start making a little bit of money, and they can reinvest into maybe one-to-one mentorship or support, or getting into private communities where they're around like-minded people or people who can kind of help elevate them. So I love that you had that to share, and that's been a
That's
huge part of your success.
and that's the thing also. Like, once you get the first store, once you start making the money, like, you'll see that it's just, once you build up capital. Let's say, I don't know, your first store, you ran a store, was successful, and you made like $10,000 cash. So then you have $10,000 to test other stores. So it's just like an upward spiral. Like, you now don't need to worry about, maybe you lost $100 on ads. Maybe they're gonna bill you tomorrow. TikTok is gonna bill you. I don't know. It's just, it gets easier and easier once you get good at it. Like, website building, I remember the first website I built, it took me like 12 hours. I was like, super careful with all the copy and the thing. Now you have ChatGPT, you do things in like 5 seconds. Just, you get good at it, it gets easy, and you get just also, what a lot of people don't do, you have to also like think. People just follow. People look at YouTubers and people look at people. I'm not saying don't follow, but you have to follow and also put your own sauce in it. You have to think.
Yeah.
Think about ways how you're gonna stand out. Because I see a lot of people like just making dropshipping stores, and I look at it and like, they're selling that like oversaturated razor that like,
Yeah.
you ain't like, dude, get a little bit more original. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Love it. Well, yeah, thanks so much for dropping that advice and sharing a few minutes of your time. I'm really looking forward to seeing you scale up in the coming weeks, especially heading into Q4. It's very exciting times for you and what's to come, especially at your age as well. So congratulations on all your success thus far. And maybe we'll have to do that mentor link up live, mentor
yeah,
mentee link up
sure.
live, get a cool photo at some point. But yeah, looking forward to that. And we'll be in touch in the Discord. And thanks again.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you.